Welcome to the World United. Today, as a part of the initiative we have taken up almost a month ago on different aspects and dimensions of COVID-19, we have been inviting different types of experts, ranging from physicians, pulmonologists, critical care experts, preventive medicine experts, neurologists, cardiologists, and today, with increasing levels of stress with the COVID-19 patients and also increasing levels of stress with the people who are associated with this person, particularly if the affected person is the head of the family, if the affected person is woman in the family, the stress levels are much on rise. Even elderly patients also, if they are quarantined in a hospital, a corporate or a government hospital, to go into the corona affected ward with a lot of fear and panic for supplying food and to have basic communication, everything appears to be more stressful. And the kids, if they are getting affected, keeping them in home quarantine as if they are put in a cellular jail. So that is also become problematic. In Indian scenario where a normal middle class family with a 2-bedroom flat are quarantined, one room goes for quarantine for a kid. If 2 kids are affected, 2 will be in 2 rooms. So much of havoc is happening in the name of quarantine. The quarantine process has been there since many, many centuries. How it has been there before this century ago, we don't know clearly. But for this century, with corona in full swing, with the spike is on full rise, the stress levels are definitely growing up. We have got today a guest speaker, Dr. Subhani, a reputed psychiatrist from Nellore district. And before we actually work on the stress management aspects of COVID-19, I herewith invite Dr. Yugandhar Reddy to present the statistical analysis on the global, national, and regional level. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, all. Today, I'm going to present the present statistics of COVID cases all over the world and India and 2 Telugu states. The total corona positive cases throughout the world are 1,75,30,825. Total number of deaths so far are 6,77,741. So for recovered cases, total recovered cases are 1,98,000. 9,82,852. So among the active cases, 99% of total cases are in stable condition. 1% cases are in critical or serious condition. That comes around 66,285 cases are in serious or critical condition. Coming to the daily new cases, yesterday 2,87,063 new cases registered throughout the world yesterday in one day itself. Total deaths yesterday itself 6,426 deaths happened. Coming to the different countries and their toll in the total number of cases, USA trending on the top with 46,35,886 total cases. Brazil comes around 26,13,789. India 16,63,174. So Russia comes next, the 8,39,981. Next comes South Africa, Mexico, Peru. So coming to the total new cases, India is trending on the top in all over the world, showing the highest number of new cases per day. India is showing 23,824 yesterday itself in single day. Next comes Mexico, 7,730, Russia, 5,482, Philippines, 4,063, Bangladesh, 2,772, Iran, 2,764, and so on. So interestingly, India is having a high incidence. I mean, the total new cases per day are on the top in all over the world. Coming to the total number of deaths, if you take USA in the highest top position, which is 1,55,330. Next, Brazil 91,377. Mexico 46,000 deaths. UK 45,000. India 35,980 deaths happened. Italy is 35,132. I mean, India crossed Italy 35,980 is total number of deaths. So coming to the Indian statistics, total number of cases as of now, positive cases as of now are 16,63,174. Total number of deaths 35,980. Total recovered were 10,69,501. So coming to the different analysis of death rate and recovery rate. So recovery rate is as of on June 30, it is 3.27 death rate reported. Recovery rate is 96.73%. So coming to the different statistics of different Telugu states, Indian states. Coming to the Indian states, the topmost state which have highest number of cases are Maharashtra. That is 4,11,798. Tamil Nadu comes next, 2,45,859. Andhra Pradesh on the third place, 1,40,933. Delhi 1,35,598. Karnataka 1,18,632. Uttar Pradesh 85,461. West Bengal 67,692. Telangana 62,703. Then comes Gujarat, Bihar, Rajasthan, Assam, Haryana, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Kerala, Jammu, Kashmir, Punjab, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand, Goa, Tripura, Pondicherry, Himachal. Next, Manipur, Nagaland, Arunachal, Ladakh. So coming to the various districts of Andhra Pradesh. If you take Andhra Pradesh, different districts of Andhra Pradesh, East Godavari is highest number of positive cases, which comes around 20,395. Next comes Kurnool, 16,847. Anantapur, 14,699. Guntur, 14,668. West Godavari, 12,310. Next, Visakhapatnam is 10,765. Chittoor, 10,378. Kadapa, 7,876. Nellore, 7,316. Krishna, 6,843. So next comes Srikakulam, Prakasham, Vizianagaram. So these are the present statistics in throughout the world in India and to different Telugu states and different districts of Andhra Pradesh. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Dr. Yugandhar Reddy, for the presentation on statistical analysis. And all these days we have been discussing about the disease part, the pathogenesis, the protocols of management, the progress of the disease, the critical care management, the quarantine aspects, the masks and PPE aspects, and from different faculties of the medical fraternity. We need to work on the mental aspects of the sufferers. Now, these days, in fact, for the past few decades, the psychological aspects of the patients and patient attendance is becoming increasingly significant. Now, when I still remember a case when the surgery PG of AIIMS in mid-90s, he was given the thesis subject as the problems, psychological and emotional stress, the patients of cancer and their attendants, patient attendants, their recovery, the incidents, and the progress. This is the thesis subject given to surgery PG. And that is the importance of the psychological stress, psycho-emotional stress, in fact, especially for diseases like COVID and many terminal illnesses. So herewith, to have in detail study, analysis, evaluation, and management of stress, herewith we have Dr. Subani, a reputed psychiatrist from Nellore. Over to Dr. Subani, please. Unmute. Unmute, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Done. Is it okay, sir? Good evening, everyone. Today, I'm going to discuss about the managing stress during COVID-19 pandemic. Because Yugandhar sir and Yugandhar Reddy sir has given a lot of statistic analysis about this, all details about the corona related issues, all those things. Today I'm going to brief about these things. See, initially in China, everyone knows this. In Wuhan, the unexplained cases of pneumonia were found. Then they slowly the WHO recognized as that is the novel coronavirus. But within 6 to 7 months of span, it's reached the level of pandemic, affecting the all over the world. Not only US, India, whatever it is, all over the world is affected. Because of this widespread outbreak of COVID-19, also associated with the psychological distress and symptoms of any type of mental illness, like this is a cluster of symptoms are present. See, I'm going to infect the some disease means like previously we are worrying about the cancer, HIV, and now everyone is worrying about the corona related virus, because initially people they get the fear, followed by they have chances of anxiety, depressive symptoms, then stress, and they're having the access one disorders and so because any pandemic is affected more than 100 years 120 years before, only this type of illness was found in all over the world at a time, and now we are suffering for this pandemic. So what this how this stress is going to initiate it, how will affect to the daily life, this and all I'm going to explain today's in session. So what is the stress? Because stress is excessive pressure or other types of demand placed upon them. It arises then they worry that they cannot cope about the condition. For example, I am having that pressure more than I'm going to tolerate that. So that is called the stress. Stress, not stress means that is the cluster of symptoms will present like fear, anxiety, and also depressive symptoms. These are initially they have the sleep disturbances. So this type of feelings will present in the stress, like worry, tension, tried, frightened, elated, depressed, anxious. Sometimes restlessness will present. I'm having excessive work at a time means multiple tasks we are doing means they will get the more easily anger and anxious. So which type of symptoms is present in the stress, like a physical, mental symptoms, and behavior and emotional symptoms. If you see here, this is all day-to-day life where everyone is experiencing this type of symptoms. For example, initial part of, for example, some of my friends or some of relatives, they are infected the corona means I'm having the palpitation. I'm having the, some people they are having the palpitation, worry about this corona. Maybe I'm going to infect this. So initial part, it will affect the sleep, followed by will lose the appetite, appetite changes will present. Then easily tiredness will present. Then they're having the multiple aches, headaches, and some people they have chances of the over the period will get this continuously stress. They have chances of the immunity automatically will decrease. They have chances of infection, and these symptoms like anxiety symptoms like breathlessness, palpitation, sweating, trembling in present. If you see in the mental symptoms like decrease attention and concentration, and frequent memory lapses are present, because if I'm trying to do some work means I'm losing that concentration, will lose that, and also difficult in making decisions, and panic attacks easily will found. If you see in the behavioral changes like excessive eating or not eating, or after eating vomiting, like eating disorders are present, and increased substance use. People were thinking because I am in stress I'm not getting sleep means, so they will search that alternative methods like if I take alcohol, easily I'll get the sleep. This and all will be palpitations, fear, breathlessness, sweating. This and all symptoms will be increased. And also nail biting in children you can commonly will seen. In hypochondria, hypochondria means after repeated checking also patient not get satisfaction about their illness. So they will repeatedly they will go to the hospital. We can check to any corona infection as there. We can he will go for scanning, repeated scanning, this and that. After giving multiple reassurance also patient won't get the happiness. Then emotional symptoms like depression, impatient, deterioration of the his daily life like personal hygiene and appearance will soon, because once he'll get the stress he will lose his daily life activities very actively. So this is the stress response will present. Whenever we are having the any type of fear or threat, we automatically adrenaline will pumping. They're having the anxiety symptoms like a heart rate increase, breathing problems, and the blood flow increase, and palpitations will common. So once the threat is removed, automatically person will come to the in returns. So this diagrams is showing, see how will happen stress in our day-to-day life. anyone who is having the stress, it will be releasing the stress releasing hormones like cortisol. This will act as the long-term stress response and a short-term stress response. Short-term stress response, previously what we discussed, that type of symptoms will present like a increased heart rate, palpitations, breathlessness, and all. If person is having long-term stress response, high they're having high chances of the immunity compromise. So high chances of getting the infection, multiple infections, even HIV and tuberculosis, not only corona. So this is the general response. So now we'll go to the how it will affecting our daily life, day-to-day life. They in China they done web-based questionnaires. They done the research. They found that, for example, if patient is having stress, means initial part stress, means we'll categorize the acute stress, adjustment disorder, and a post-traumatic stress disorder. Acute stress and adjustment disorders most of time self-limiting will present. If you see in the PTSD, they're having the high chances of symptoms like what we discussed in previously. So what they found is they included 730 patients who is experiencing the corona infection. In that they did web-based questionnaires, online questionnaires they assessed. They found that very interestingly, like a 96.22% people they are having the PTSD, like a post-traumatic, after experiencing the corona, they're having the stress-related symptoms. This all up to 50% they are having the psychoeducation, they're having the survival very easily, they are having survival, and also the stress symptoms are automatically come down after giving the psychoeducation. So who was very problematic in this pandemic is who is having the pre-existing mental illness. For example, person is having previously any depression, anxiety, previously having any schizophrenia, bipolar. They're having the more worry about this condition because of lack of availability of medicines, and daily transport is restricted. This and all is influencing. And because of this, they're having the increase the fear and anxiety related to spread of infection. And excessive fear and apprehension that can lead the acute stress, anxiety, and subsyndromal to syndromal level of depression. So what we discussed previously, like this and all is a cluster of symptoms. If you're having any threat, patient will having the effect like a fear, followed by anxiety, depression, followed by stress level may have chances of increasing. So this is a cross-sectional survey they found in the China. What they found is generalized anxiety disorder is very common. Before stress, this type of symptoms are very common. Up to 35.1% are present. Then they done in web-based cross-sectional survey, 7,236 people. So the 20% having the depressive symptoms and 18% having the any type of poor sleep quality, like initial sleep, maintaining, and early morning awakening. This type of symptoms are present. So in our India, in Lucknow, they did a study like what they found is more than 80% people they preoccupied with the thoughts of COVID-19. For example, if you take 100 members, means in that 80 people, they most of them they're thinking about the corona related infection, something like a news, whatever it is. So most of them they're thinking about the corona related news, and 40% they're having the paranoid thoughts, like maybe I'm infected. So they're getting the overvalued ideas. And 72% reported worried about themselves and close one. For example, some children's, and they're having the old people who is having their they're having family members, they're worrying about that they're having because of this pandemic they're going to infect. And 12% of participants they're having the sleeping difficulties, and more than 80% felt that they need the professional help, any type like anxiety, depression, stress, whatever it is. More than 80% they're having the professional help, and 80% people, more than 80%, they're preoccupied about the COVID-19 and COVID-19 related news. So this is the review literature. What they're showing in COVID-19 related to mental health is symptoms of anxiety and depression is present up to 28%, and a self-reported stress is present 8%, And disturbed is predominantly first symptom is present who is having the COVID-19 and COVID-19 related families and COVID-19 related any news. They're having the initial part is disturbed sleep. This is very interesting. This study was done in Iran. This was published in Asian Journal of Psychiatry recently. What they found is very interesting. Okay? They also done the online questionnaires, web-based survey they done. In that, young women and young people, like 21 to 40 years of people, and people who are more followed about the corona-related news, they are having the high stress and anxiety and depressive symptoms. And people who had at least one family member, related or friend who are contacted COVID-19 diseases, they are having the more anxiety and depressive symptoms. So compared to other group, women's and young people, they're having the more anxiety and depression. So some of risk factors like a prolonged social isolation, what we are everyday discussing, like a patient is in isolation or quarantine, and because person is staying in the like a family members who was the income generating person is there, he is in isolation and quarantine, they're having the automatically economic crisis and fear of unemployment. Because of this corona, more than 60 to 70% people, they are losing their jobs. And because of related and some of comorbidities in family members or old age people, they're having the death of family and infection in the family members. So previously what we are discussing, like a young people who is having that more generalized anxiety and depressive symptom, and they're having the poor sleep quality, and less than 35 years who was following more than 3 hours per day about this news, they're having the more anxiety and depressive symptoms. This is very important because corona warriors is the healthcare workers only predominantly, because everyday doctors are infecting day by day. In that, because increase due to corona related infection, they're having the stress in the health worker also. This stress is depend on the gender, profession, age, place of work, department of work. For example, doctor is working in the pulmonology, general medicine, anesthesia, emergency, they're having the more stress corona related compared to other group, non-clinical, paraclinical, preclinical, they're having compared to less stress. So, and also psychological variable like a poor social support, because only one person in family they're having the job, so that too they're posted in the corona related hospital, they're having the most stress. And the self-efficacy also increase the stress, anxiety, depressive symptoms, and also insomnia in the healthcare worker. And this healthcare worker, what we are doing usually is monthly 1 or 2 times we are doing the corona related test, like a person is infected or not, this one. But we need to assess the they are having the mental condition also. Because of this corona related work, night duties work they are doing, means they're having the high stress and depression, anxiety in healthcare workers also, even doctors, nursing staff, a lab technician, whatever it is. So we need to assess the anxiety, depression in these people also, because they're having the high chances of infection and high chances of depressive symptoms. So because of this COVID-19 pandemic, worldwide increasing associated with the suicide also. Who is previously we are discussing most of time, like a because patient is infected with the cancer, means cancer, HIV, means they're having the high suicidal thoughts, high suicidal ideas. Same thing, because of COVID-19 also they're having the high suicides are present last 6 to 7 months. Who is having the positive, they're having the high suicidal thoughts. This will influencing the severe financial problems, because he's infected, he's in isolation, he's in quarantine, so he's not able to manage his daily life, whatever they want he needs, he's not able to fulfill. And alcohol withdrawal symptom, this is a very important, because due to lockdown, this prohibition of alcohol, they're having lot of withdrawal symptoms. This and I will explain next slides. And this will be increase the significant level of stress in the community and also in the family members. Isolation and stigma due to illness, this is a limited access to basic necessities, this will induce the stress. So more important is every day we are searching about what happened in corona, what happened corona in our village, what happened corona in this district, in this state, in this country. So sometimes rapid dissemination of information, like misinformation via internet base, that this will increase the stress and suicidal risk. and sometimes uncertainty of their own as well as their family members' health, well-being. This could increase the suicidality. And the most important thing is pre-existing psychosocial stressors, psychological problems, psychiatric disorders may be more vulnerable to the suicide risk. That means previously who is taking the treatment about the depression, anxiety, stress, whatever it is, in this condition may have high chances about the getting the suicidal ideas. Especially who is having the alcohol related dependence, they're having chances of alcohol related withdrawals. We are also most of time we are seeing the newspaper and all in Hyderabad Eragadda hospital, most so many patients they are getting mad, so many patients they develop the psychiatric symptoms, this and that. This is predominantly alcohol related withdrawal symptoms. So who need to be assessed about the suicide and suicide related thoughts? Acute stress, anxious and agitated, like predominantly he's not able to manage his daily activities. If he are trying to do some work also, he's getting the more worry, palpitation, breathlessness and all. And most of time who is having the feeling isolated and hopelessness, worthlessness, and some people they will make the plan, specific plan like suicide notes. They're having the high risk behavior to get the high chances of the completed suicide. And if you see in the extreme anger, extreme mood swing, extreme anger means they will behave like a reckless behavior, because anyway I'm going to die tomorrow or day after tomorrow, so whatever I can do that. So he will show, he won't respect to the teachers, parents, he will show the very anger towards the family members and all. And a change in pattern of the substance use, because after 1 or 2 days I'm going to kill myself means, so I'll take any amount of substance. What going to do? So I don't have any hope about my future, so I'll take the substance. And they're having the predominantly change in pattern of the eating and sleeping. This type of warning signs are present means he's having the high chances of suicidal ideas or suicidal thoughts. So some of risk factors like a previous suicide attempts, previous any type of mental disorders like a psychiatric illness, depression, uh, schizophrenia, bipolar disorders, and a history of substance use disorder. Under intoxication, if he is having the thoughts means they have chances of increasing the thoughts. And the family history of suicide, chronic physical illness, like previously we are discussing like cancer, HIV and all. And this corona also people are thinking about, this is not curable, no treatment was found, no vaccine was found, so better I will kill myself. This type of thoughts are increasing. And who is having the recent financial stress, educational problem, and interpersonal stress like a wife and husband or parents, grandparents, they're having the conflicts, and grief, recent death in the family members. This will be increasing the risk factor about the who is having the suicidal thoughts. So what we can do if person is having suicidal thoughts or idea means, nothing to do, just will be active listener. Just you can say I'm here to help you. You give some ample of time like a 2 to 3 minutes. What is his distress, let them tell. Once he's having that ventilation, he's somehow his distress will be automatically come down. Whatever possible things are there, then we can resources we can advise them. But avoid making dismisses comments like you are nothing to worry, don't think negatively. This words is not useful. Everything will be fine, many more are much worse trouble than you. See, already some person is having lot of loans, he is attempted suicide means why you want to compare with other person? So these words are not helpful. Always be non-judgmental, avoid making statements like you should not done more than we had the chance, you should not have taken that loan. This and all is not helpful. Just you can give the ample of time, listen actively like a listener. And sometimes some people they will believe some religious and all suicide is not be suicide will be sin, you should not attempt the suicide. So we can promote them, so don't do this suicide attempts and all. Will you promise me not to harm yourself? Like some people they will very religiously means they will postpone their suicide attempts and all. So just be non-judgmental, give some time, what is distress, let them ventilate. Sometimes the distress will be come down. If person is having the depression or schizophrenia, whatever it is, psychiatric disorders are there, let them take the expert opinion like a psychiatric consultation. So usually who is having the suicidal thoughts or suicidal ideas will categorizing the low risk, moderate risk and high risk. I'm not going in detail. Who is having the depressive symptom like any psychiatric disorder, and recent no protective factors, they're having the high risk group, they need the admission. Who is having the multiple risk factor, few protective factor, we can plan in admission care, we can follow the high risk protocol, we can treat in home base also. If few risk factors are present, strong protective factor present, like a family and no financial stressors, no recently any uh, recent stressors, no infections, no chronic infections, no family member burden, then they can take the outpatient treatment. So what happened, de-addiction service in COVID-19? Because of government rules as passed, prohibition, non-availability of substances, they're having a lot of patients having the substance use disorders. Not only alcohol, any other substance also they're having the problem. In that problem, if a patient is having the minor form of withdrawals, like a uncomplicated withdrawal, we can treat the OP base also, like a simple sleep problem, tremors, palpitations are present. We can consider giving the detoxification and brief psychoeducation. If person is willing, we can give the motivation enhancement therapy. If patient is once dependents, they're having the complicated withdrawals like a seizures and delirium tremors, they need the admission care. So uh, now we are discussing about the high risk group people, like a pregnancy. If patient is having the family members having the pregnant women, because of this COVID-19, they are having the more chances of anxiety and depression, and a high risk of period of relapse of pre-existing psychiatric illness. For example, previously that woman is taking some psychiatry related treatment. Because of this pregnancy, they may have immediately they'll stop their medication as soon as they realize that they are pregnant, because we are thinking that if you take any psychotropics, that will harm to mother and child. Exactly, that is not the correct. Because who is having the axis 1 disorder, then only people will prescribe, psychiatrist will prescribe the medication that will be helpful for the good prognosis and good outcome on the pregnant woman. Recently I have seen one case, like a after doing immediately cesarean section, she is running in that corridor because she is having the manic episode. So this type of psychiatric illness we should treat even in cesarean day or pregnancy, any irrespective any trimester. Only thing is risk benefit ratio we want to monitor. For example, patient is having the any type of psychiatric disorder, means we, according to American College of Gynecology, we are categorizing like a B, C, D, and X category. Predominantly psychotropics like antipsychotics and all, it will come under the category C. That will be there is no harm for the child, kid, and sorry, newborn and mother. So who is having psychiatric illness during pregnancy, sometime having chances of small for gestational age, low birth weight baby, and also preterm delivery having chances. If postpartum period we are not treating, they're having the high risk of relapse of psychiatric illness. That is the high chances, like what I discussed previously, and it can lead the poor bonding with the infant, because once mother was delivered, she doesn't know, so she is having psychiatric illness like a schizophrenia, bipolar, and all, they will lose their bonding. So she need for treatment, she will admission, this and all. So very carefully we need to monitor the pregnant women. And in this COVID-19 pandemic, they're having the difficulty about antenatal care, infant immunization. This will increase the anxiety in mother and also their newborn babies. And because of this COVID-19 pandemic, we are not able to regularly not able to go to the hospitals. If required, you can call to your psychiatrist, and not always do not stop any type of psychotropics at a time. Like once you stop, high chances of getting the again episode, like any bipolar or schizophrenia, whatever it is episode, high chances will be seen. And any type of psychiatric medication should not stop suddenly. And whatever is available data was present in that breast milk is negative for the COVID-19 virus. If mother want to give to the breastfeed, and whatever ICMR has given guidelines, precautions should be taken, and then limit the viral spread to the baby, like using the sanitizer, mask, should not sneeze, should not cough. This precaution should be taken. And this is a more problem in the children due to this COVID-19 pandemic. Sudden disruption of daily routine of children and their parents. See, if young adults they're having that, they can tell that I'm having the anxiety, I'm having palpitations. Sometimes they can tell that I'm having that this much stress, I'm not able to cope, I'm getting the sleep difficulties and all. But same type of symptoms will present in the children's also, but they're having the presentation is different. If you see in the preschool children's, they're having the limited language skill and the self-regulation ability, feeding difficulties. They will avoid multiple times whatever is taking previously feeding. So this time they're having the difficulty, and initial part they're having the sleep problem, and without any reason they're having the crying spells, and the bedwetting will increase due to the anxiety. And if you see in the school going children, they express the fear, worry about the COVID-19 infection to self and to the parent, and the aggression towards the parents and sibling, and the crying spells, oppositional behavior. Like in family, he's continuously using the mobile phone. They will request that why you are using this phone, you can eat, you can sleep, and so they're having the arguments. This type of oppositional behavior will present in due to this lockdown, and continuously staying in the home and all. This the most important is in adolescents. Adolescents having the more problem compared to the preschool and school going children, because they are better understanding about the COVID-19 and related problems. They are having problem with the academic stress, and they're having worry about competitive exams and career related future plans. Like suddenly the announcement will come, so today is a NEET exam or tomorrow is a IIT exam. This type of anxiety will be more worrying. And also feeling of anger, sadness, anxiety, frustrations are common presentation are present. And these people continuously staying in the home means daytime they'll sleep, nighttime will awake, hypersomnia, insomnia, appetite changes will be present. And because of this lockdown and all, people are staying in home continuously, they're having increase in the internet, continuously using the mobile phone gadgets and the social media, continuously watching films, gaming, and this will be increasing the anxiety and also anxiety related complications. So what can we do for children in this lockdown and COVID-19 is spending quality time with the children. Like a morning to evening, they want to something should be engaged. Like a morning we'll get up. After that we can spend some time 1 hour to the yoga. Then we can some physical exercise. Then we'll all together we can have the breakfast. Then we'll lunchtime we can take some 1 or 2 hours rest. Then again some physical activity or whatever it is, new hobbies we can develop that, and explain about the COVID-19 in simple language. Like, see, most of time we are staying in the home means, so unlikely we'll get the infections. So that we can explain that Corona is a spreading very rapidly spreading all over the world. Still, we are taking the precautions. So how we can protect ourselves using sanitization, mask. When we have really emergency, we want to go outside. This we can explain to the children. And encouraging children to openly communicate about their feelings. Like sometimes you can ask that why, how you are feeling, anything you want, what type of food you like. This type you can slowly you can initiate to the children. And limited the screen time. Like since morning to night, some students are using the mobile phone, like because of this online classes are going on. So after that movies, after that this that, so continuously watching that movie, that will automatically increase the stress, sleep problems, and restlessness. This and all is there. So if really they have classes and all, we can 1 hour 2 hours they can watch, then you can give some rest, then followed by then follows by you can some physical activity or yoga, exercise, dance. This you can do in the home. And if child will have persistent negative feeling or behavior, they provide the regular medication previously what they are taking. Like if a person is taking any type of any psychiatric illness, psychotropic they are using in this lockdown, kindly should not stop, because that symptoms will be aggravate, because once you'll stop this medication, symptoms have high chances of reappearance. Acute onset of behavioral changes. If a person child is expressing about self-harm, need to psychiatrist consultation immediately. For example, he's having the excessive stress, excessive depressive symptoms, we need that treatment. So now is a problem with the old age people. What happened in old age people due to COVID-19? Every time everyone, all doctors or whatever it is, newspaper, every time we are discussing about, they are having the high rate of mortality because COVID-19 related problem, infection, they're having the pre-existing any comorbidity medical problems, like a patient already old age people, they are taking the medication about the diabetes, hypertension, whatever it is, cardiac disease, neurological problem, this and all already pre-existing problems are there. Along with this COVID-19 infection is the new problem, so they're having high chances of mortality due to this COVID related infection. And also difficulty in managing the requirement of essential services due to this lockdown period, because they will give 3-4 hours only for exception to can collect that food, medicines, whatever it is. Some people, some old age people, they are staying only house, husband and wife only, children are some abroad, US and UK and all, so they're having the more worry about their daily life living. And also they're having the without access to technology, some most of very old age people, they don't know about the technology, how to use that mobile phones, WhatsApp, social media. They feel that more loneliness, because engaged people, they are using it excessively, old age people, they are not having that access. And also social isolation, more continuously loneliness, their this is the risk factor for they're developing the chances of depression, anxiety and stress. And very important is who is having the pre-existing medical and psychiatric illness may have relapse due to non-availability of medication and a restriction related to the travel restriction related to this COVID-19. Uh, this this is a very interesting case report. They're published in the Asian Journal of Psychiatry. They found that information overload can lead to increase the psychological distress among normal people too. In first case, what they found is severe anxiety and depression after learning that person with whom he came in contact with was found to be COVID-19 positive. Because in our day-to-day life also we are traveling. For example, some people that shop owner has get infected corona means we are started worrying, because supermarket 3 days back I was visited, so maybe I want to check that. So some that milkman is getting infected means we are also worrying. So even normal people also they are having the more distress because of this corona related issue. And a second case developed after checking negative also, they are getting that infection, they are getting that more worry and anxiety. In second case, they develop the anxiety and depressive symptom due to apprehension of possible infection after coming in contact with people with the travel history. So whenever they are having this type of symptom, this type of some people are infected, I met that person, I was travel along with him, so they are having the more apprehension and anxiety and depression after checking, repeatedly checking corona negative also, they are getting that more worry. So what we can do in this corona and corona related anxiety, depression and stress means this corona also situation similar to the other situation related to any type of disorders. Most old adults like elder people, they're having the subsyndromal mental health issues like anxiety and depressive symptoms. They're having the high chances of what we have discussed previously, like they're living that loneliness, they doesn't have the access to the technology, they are having the difficulty in the basic necessities, they are difficult to provide, so they're having more chances of anxiety and depressive symptoms. This type of people need brief psychological and psychosocial intervention. uh, no need for all people as psychiatrists only, any health volunteers, we can take some details about that worry, let them ventilate what is their problem, so what is possibilities we are there to treat that person. For example, some old age people, they are distressed about they are having a money, they are not able to go and buy the things, so this type will be helpful if you are supporting means. And these old adults need reassurance. Most health issues experience are normal reaction to abnormal stress. See, this COVID-19 having that everyone is struggling, like children, young adult, pregnancy, pregnant women, everyone is suffering this because of this COVID-19 related stress. But in old age people, they're having the abnormal stress. Because of this, they're not able to manage, they're not able to go outside, their children are living somewhere. So they're having that more stress in old age people. And most of time we can go for the appropriate information clarification about various myths and false messages, and guidance about maintaining the routine, like what we have discussed previously, like a physical exercise, yoga, meditation, healthy diet, and mental stimulation through home based activities. Appropriate safety precaution always should be taken. and this will be very useful due to this excessive stress. Brief relaxation exercise, that is Jacobson muscle relaxation therapy. You can go in YouTube also, easily will get. And supportive therapy can be done for the severe psychological distress, like a person will having a severe suicidal thoughts and all. And if treatment with mental health professional, including medication, other intervention may be required for severe mental health disorders and emergencies. Like if person is having the aggression, severe aggression, like any condition like schizophrenia, psychosis, bipolar, substance related, he's not able to manage in home, means we need the psychiatrist and interventions we need. If having anxiety, depression related, if small dose of SSRIs, benzodiazepines will be useful, and we can give for the brief counseling. This what Indian Psychiatric Society is advising due to this COVID-19 is, do not panic, seek current and correct and timely information. See, we need to know about what is going on about this corona and corona related news, but excessive and overloaded news will get the more distress and more anxiety. But continuously no need to search about like a Facebook, WhatsApp, this and all. After repeatedly checking means that is not the proper information you get. If you want really news about this COVID-19 means, you can go for the genuine resources like a Indian Medical Association and a Ministry of Health and Family, like sponsored by Government of India, ICMR guidelines, and whatever is giving the state, like a COVID-19 app also is there in Andhra Pradesh also. This you can go for that. That information you can update. No need to check repeatedly about the email, WhatsApp, Facebook, and all, because that also will increase the anxiety and depression. So recently we are thinking about, because of this group of people only this corona is spreading, that country only this corona is spreading, this and all actually no use, because already everyone is suffering, including China also suffering, including all religious, all caste people are suffering. So do not attach to COVID-19 to any ethnicity or nationality. But nowadays we are having the stigma about that, who is infected. For example, doctor is infected means they're having problem in that uh, in apartments and hospitals and all, because this doctor was this doctor was infected means they're all other tenants they are having the problem with, so he's infected, so some problem for us also, so he want to stay somewhere. So previously Uganda sir also discussing about, we are living very small congested homes, we are having hardly 1 or 2 rooms. In that one room as isolation means, how will you other people, family members? So everyone is having this burden. And avoid watching, reading, listening to news that cause you feel more anxious and distressed. Like if you're repeatedly watching this type of news means you're getting inducing the anxiety, there is no use. Only daily 1 or 10 minutes or half an hour you can update that information. How we can prevent ourselves. For example, really I want to travel some one place to another place, I need the emergency. So what is that protocol? So that information we need. So every day this village is infected, this district was infected, this place was infected, this many people means, that will increase the anxiety and distress. So kindly avoid that. Only what information exactly you want. For example, you want to buy something that is a really emergency, like a medicines or something, some rituals are there, so that things you can search, that thing you can call to that exact that appropriate person, you can go and collect, you can take your precautions. And seek information mainly to take practical step to prepare your plans and protect yourself and also family members. And seek advice by nearby general mental health professional if symptoms are present persistent, like anxiety, depression, stress. Initial part they're having the problem with the sleep and uh, decrease the food day. So if you're having the severe distress, you can don't hesitate to call to your psychiatrist, or a lot of people they are giving the free consultation via telephonic and all. You can take that advantage. uh, if you are protecting yourself and family members, assisting others in time of need can benefit for person receiving the support as well as helper. Because nowadays we are seeing like some of our own colleagues also is admitted in hospitals, like due to corona related. Everyone is struggling about, we are not getting the bed, we are not getting that medication, we are not getting that antiviral drugs and all. See, protecting yourself is a very useful, some people they're having that like they're having that technique, like for example, I can support some of my colleagues, I can call them pulmonary medicine, I can take help from what medication is useful if person is in isolation, then I can give that information to, because nowadays is the caseload is cases are overloaded, there is no hospital beds, there is a very expensive under, if symptoms are not present, even person is in positive also, we can take help. And this is like what we are starting, like Sarah also is doing, like a group, small groups we can make that, in that some people they're having the problem, we can help, how we can help. Already unfortunately he is positive also, so what is the protocol, what type of medication will give, what condition he need to go for a hospital, like a simple things like a pulse oximeter you can buy and keep, temperature thermometer, this will be some helpful. If you want to help means, once you protect you and your family, then we start helping to others. And most important thing is avoid use unhelpful coping strategies. Previously what we're discussing is, if I'm taking that alcohol means I am very helpful, I'm getting the sleep means, that is the temporary only. Once you start taking that alcohol, slowly you'll go for the dependence, then you automatically your immunity will compromise, your liver will compromise, then have high chances of getting that infection. So that is the very wrong information. So any type of substance kindly avoid in this COVID-19. And staying connected with loved ones through digital method, because we nowadays we can use that who is having like previously we are having the family get together, kitty parties or whatever it is, like some departmental meetings and all, that we can organize in the via WhatsApp or Zoom and all. So hardly 10-15 minutes in weekly 1 or 2 times, that will be helpful. So I am there to help you. So some problem is they're having their own talents. So he will help something. You can give some suggestions. Turn your colleague, trusty person for social support. If really need, you can take help from them. And in this condition, help children to find positive ways to express disturbance of feelings such as fear and sadness, and engage in creative activities. Like most of time all children, any age group, so there is no work, no college, no games, nothing will they means, most of them they're staying in the home only means, we can give that any creative activities. Like a recent he want to learn the dance means, you can encourage, now we can take that via online courses also, dance, yoga, meditation, home exercise, you can engage most of time. For example, every day 8 hours you are sleeping means 8 hours you'll sleep, rest of time, this time to this time you can do that. So this will be very helpful. And maintain family routine as a daily life as much as possible, especially if children are most of time they're confined to home means. So previously how we are making plans, like morning we are going for jogging, walking, then we'll go for the hospital, then I'll have lunch, then I will have class, this type. How we can manage in this COVID-19 pandemic, most of time we are spending time in home only means, we can spend 1 hour 2 hours to with the children. So we can encourage, if you know about the dance means, you can encourage children to do the dance. You know about the yoga means, you can teach to yoga about your children. You can make the small groups, your family members, we can discuss about this. So that time they're having that engaging their activities, they feel little comfort. And because of this continuously loneliness and isolation, they feel boredom. So engaging some work means, so they are having some relaxation. So most of time we are having that different type of stress are present, like a positive stress, negative stress. This is not completely related to the corona. For example, I'm planning some new venture now I'm planning some new project. So if I am having stress also, that distress, it won't be that much affected, because that outcome will come. Like for example, I'm doing some project, once will complete means, that project successful means I'll get that happiness. But that project unfortunately it will go in negative means, the problems arises, that will be more distress. So always, how much you can cope up about this stress, always you can plan about that only. Because already this, because of corona, financial crisis, employment, this and all is affecting. Still again, if you want to do some new things and all means, very careful. So certain levels that stress will be increasing. Already because of infection we are suffering about that. So if you are planning to do something means, that may be more stress. So if how much you can cope up, how much you can manageable, that much only you can do in this period at least. So some of stress control strategies like you should know what is the cause your stress. Like for example, some people will tell, sir, because of corona, I'm going to infect, I'm getting the stress. See, corona is not, it won't come directly to your home. So you are taking anyway precautions, universal precaution for need is, for example, medicines, you need a grocery, vegetables, that time only you're going. So you use your mask, sanitizer, whatever it is, spend very least time, like you go 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you finish your work, then you come back. So because of thus you are able to finish that work means, so you will be more happy. So because of corona only I'm getting stress means, okay, you are taking that precautions. Sir, every day some people, some milkman will coming, so because of milk I'm worry about this, maybe I will get infected me. So you can set alternate method, you can buy milk packets, you can store sometimes after some whatever is ICMR is giving, no, this much time only it will stay. So after that you can wash in soap water, whatever you can do that day. How do we react? Because if you have the stress, excessive stress, because of what that you want to recognize, according to that you want to follow. So you can do that balance, like a positive stress and negative stress. Because of this is COVID-19, no need to do new things. So I'm going to do that, I'm searching this job, this and that, because only survival is very very important in this situation. And control yourself, what can you do, help yourself combat the negative effect as stress is affecting. Like once corona infected means loneliness, tiredness, feeling this financial crisis, this and all will be having that you want to balance it. So what you are doing, you should be very clear, risk benefits you can take that, according to that you can move. Always change your thinking. And previously whatever we did the, for example, because I don't know about this corona, so I am having lot of loans and all, I'm not able to manage that. You can reconstruct how we can manage. If we already loans having some moratoriums happening, that we can do that. File loans and all, you can avoid that. See, previously something is happened, I did that mistake means, now what we are going to do? Nothing we are going to do. See, so you can change your thinking about his past, and look for any opportunities. So already I was committed something, so how I can the overcome in this crisis situations. You can take help from the experts. So don't anything new should not initiate in this situation.